Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge for Friday, October 13th, 2017. Ooh, spooky. Before we begin, I have a little correction to yesterday's end card. This is not a Wi-Fi cable. This is a Cat5e RJ45 Ethernet cable. Wi-Fi has no cable, by definition. We start the end of the week with a gaming-related release. Discord, the extremely popular voice chat application, has announced that they have added official servers, meaning it's now easier to identify and confirm you are on a particular developer or game's server, and not either a fan-made one or perhaps an imposter. Up next in update news, Client Entertainment's latest game, Oxygen Not Included, has received the new oil update, fixing a bunch of bugs from the previous Outbreak update, pun intended, and adds a bunch of new content. I have played a lot of this game and highly recommend it if you like builders and colony management like RimWorld. In other update news, The Witcher 3 recently received PS4 Pro support, and now it seems as though gamers are reporting the game is crashing after the update. CD Projekt Red says this was caused due to a miscommunication on their end. They are aware of the issue and are working on a fix as soon as possible. Damn, I love it when a developer can take responsibility, admit it was their fault, and then take care of business. That's why you're the best CDPR. New games have been added to the list of backwards compatible titles for Xbox One, and get ready for one of the greatest games of all time, Goat Simulator, along with Child of Eden and King of Fighters Sky Stage. Please, Xbox One players, have fun with Goat Simulator for about the 15 minutes it's good for, and then never touch it again until the next DLC, as is PC gamer tradition. Moving on to some sad news, because Super Metroid will not be played at the next Awesome Games Done Quick, a first for the event. This is because the game is quite hard, with only one of the 4 runners having finished last year, and usually when they do finish, it's after the allotted time. I'm really gonna miss people cheering to kill the animals or save the animals, though what I really think they should do is just allow more time for it and then have a backup plan if everybody dies or finishes early. I do not want to see this one gone for good. Our next 2 stories make me sadder still. The first one is worse because my favorite place to buy games, Humble Bundle, has been acquired by media super colossus IGN. A former IGN employee has admitted in the past to taking money in exchange for positive reviews, so the company does not have the greatest repertoire. IGN did say that they want to, quote, stick to the fundamentals in the short term and don't want to disrupt anything we were already doing. How long that short term is, only time will tell, and I really hope they don't mess with Humble Bundle. It's an amazing place. And then Kerbal Space Program, my favorite game, is currently being review bombed on Steam, mostly by Chinese players. Squad had placed a phrase on the space shuttle that appeared on the main menu, which originally translated to, "One who fails to reach Mun is not a hero." This is a reference to a Chinese proverb translating to, "One who fails to reach the Great Wall is not a hero." It has been changed to, "I will not stop until I reach Mun," and this has upset players because they feel as though it is taken away from the historical reference. The reason why is because someone over at Squad or 2K had decided that the original phrase was sexist due to a literal translation that references a man of honor. However, that translation is not correct in context and references all men and women. Personally, I think they should have just left it alone with the original reference to the Great Wall. That's the reason why we have localization after all. Moving on from there, EA has addressed the concerns, kind of, about the loot boxes being pay to win in Star Wars Battlefront 2, and their answer is, guys, it was just a beta. None of that stuff will work the way it will on launch. No, you'll be able to earn stuff just by playing. Alright, so unsarcastically, they have addressed the issue about pulling duplicate cards from crates, and you will now receive crafting points instead of just getting nothing. And players cannot equip the highest level cards right away. They have to have a corresponding level to match. That last one does kind of make sense because the max level during the beta was only 10. I am still leaning towards getting this game, and hopefully these changes don't make progression so dependent upon loot boxes. Because here's a great example of what happens when you don't listen to your fan base about them. People playing Shadow of War are now cheating their way to infinite loot boxes. I am indifferent about whether or not to encourage people to do this, because it doesn't get you any of the crates that can be purchased with real money, but it does allow you to play the game without having to grind, or if you want to beat it with ease. So to compromise, I'm not going to tell you how or provide a direct link on how to do it, but I'm sure you're smart and you'll be able to figure it out. And we finish off the week with 2 developers filing lawsuits, and we're going to start with the one that I feel is more cut and dry. Blizzard has filed a lawsuit against a game that many see as a Chinese-made direct ripoff of Overwatch. And if you look at these pictures here, it's pretty clear that some of these characters are extremely similar, along with some level designs. Whether or not this will hold up in court will be determined by Activision Blizzard, and you can bet that they've got more lawyers than loot boxes. And then we have the one that is a bit more complicated, with Epic Games suing two people that have created and maintained exploit tools for Fortnite. Epic is accusing them of having broken the game's EULA and infringing on their copyright by providing these hacks. Each could stand to face up to $150,000 US in damages. Now personally, I do not think that they'll be able to get them on copyright infringement for affecting their code, though I do think they'll be able to get them on breaking their EULA. If they were to win for copyright, that could change a lot of things for the better, but it could change some things for the worse. Sure, it would provide a legal path to prosecute people who write this type of code, but it also opens up issues for people who research these type of programs in order to mitigate them, as well as innocent bystanders who could get charged who aren't necessarily trying to hack or cheat. MSI has audio software that comes with certain motherboards, and using it can trigger the anti-cheat for some games like CSGO. If someone loads up their game for the first time and they don't know they have that running, I would hate to see that end in a court summons and a fine. So we'll have to see where this one goes, and I'm going to reach out to Mr. Leonard French, our favorite copyright attorney, to see if this is even a copyright issue at all. Let me know what you think of hackers getting sued in the comment section down below. Once again, it's time for Monday's game releases, because I'm off for the next 2 days because I'm going to write the Super Mario Iliad. For PC, Solar Lander, Mercury Fallen, Wasted Pizza, Mazo Marble, Black Friday, the game, Pi, SAS, Zombie Assault 4, 3-on-3 Freestyle, Senua Lux, Immersive Poetry, Arena Gods, Belapse, Homecoming, Stayin' Alive, and Cogmind. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you on Monday. And 3 conspiracy theorists walk into a bar. That can't just be a coincidence. Alright, this has been a good week so far. This has really been a crazy week, because I really hope there's not a hardware issue going on with my computer. So remember, this is not a Wi-Fi cable, this is an Ethernet cable, and why don't I go and try to plug it in right now? Let's go around here and come on. There you go. All right, sweet. We got Ethernets. Okay. Yeah, like I kind of feel really bad, because like it's not a Wi-Fi cable. Wi-Fi has no cable. It's Wi-Fi is a take on hi-fi, which is Wi-Fi means wireless internet. So Wi-Fi cable inherently doesn't make sense. It's an Ethernet cable. It's an internet cable if you want to call it an internet cable, but it's really an Ethernet cable. I feel dumb, because a lot of people say my Wi-Fi's out when they really mean their internet's out, and it's like no, your internet is out, which is causing the Wi-Fi to not work. So somebody pointed that out, and I was like, God damn it, fuck. You're right. I even went back and was like, I didn't call it a Wi-Fi cable. I fucking called it a Wi-Fi cable. So it's not a Wi-Fi cable. So yeah. What are we talking about today? Did I write that in the thing? Yeah, I did write that in the thing. Okay, yeah. We, Epic Games filing lawsuit. I really gotta talk to Mr. French about it. That's really what it comes down to. Just gotta talk to Mr. French about it. See what he thinks about it being a copyright issue, and we'll take it from there. I'll believe a lawyer. I'll believe, the advice of a lawyer, and I'll even show it to him and be like, hey, maybe you could use this on your Sunday Lawful Masses thing, which I try to tune into when I can. I usually catch the VOD for it later. But yeah, that might be a good thing to bring up, like Fortnite saying they're going to sue over copyright issue. It would seem like it's a great thing for a copyright lawyer to talk about on the internet. So we'll see about that. Hi, by the way, hi Mr. French. I don't know if I'm going to put you in the tags for this video, but hi Mr. French, you're awesome. Thank you so much for doing what you do. By the way, if you're not subscribed to Mr. French, go Lawful Masses with Leonard French. He's amazing. Nicest guy ever. He's a lawyer. He really is a lawyer, but he doesn't talk to you like a lawyer. He talks to you like an everyday person. And I've even seen him go like, this is this, and this is this, and this is this. But come on, we're all people. It's like, yeah, and that's being human, showing that you're human is really good, is really important to me. Because if he were just the, like, lawyer speak, lawyer up and down, left and right, lawyer every day, I don't get that vibe from him. Like, I've played PUBG with him. He's great. Really. I love the man. Let's see. So beyond that, Blizzard, I don't think Blizzard's going to have any trouble at all taking down that Chinese Overwatch clone. that's going to be a piece of cake for them. They're just, that's going down. Other than that, think the, what can I say? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can say, I think the Shadow of War loot box situation is fucking hilarious. I'm not necessarily encouraging anyone to do that. The reason why I don't, if it were the premium stuff, I'd be like, no, don't do that. You're straight up stealing from them. Don't do that. That's bad. But you're getting the loot boxes that you earn with in-game credits that are completely separate from the ones that you have to buy. So it's like, well, they're not out anything. It's a gray area for me, so I'm just gonna straight up not encourage it. But I'll sure as hell talk about it. So, it's kind of funny. It's really funny. I don't feel bad for them at all. They kind of brought this upon themselves. We need to get rid of this loot box thing, and I think I gotta agree that we need to start talking to gambling commissions and having them get in on this, that it's a gambling thing. At least give us the percentages of what will win. Holy crap, because I've played PUBG for 300 hours, and I've gotten 2 green items. I've never gotten a blue item. I've never gotten a red item. I've never gotten any of the, like, rare stuff. How do you play a game for 300 hours? I don't even have all the commons yet. How do you not have all the common items? It's because those items are worth money, Dandruff, because they're tied to the Steam IP, and the more commons they make, the more money they make, and the more rares that they put out, the more money they've got to pay out, and less all this other stuff. So, yay. And plus, the less rares they have, the rarer they are, the more value they are. Oh boy. All right. So I'm done. I don't like money involved in games as much as possible, because when it, like that stuff, that's just a status thing. Like that pink skirt for PUBG, there's a particular pink skirt you can get. It's worth like $400, and if I get one, I'm gonna wear it. I'm just not gonna sell it. I'm just gonna wear it. It's not a status thing for me. It's just like because that's what I pulled, and it's but that's what it is to a lot of other people. It's a status thing. People buy it for $400 because they want that status. They want that, oh, you've got that? Yes, I do. Like, and it doesn't matter how they got it. They have it. That's what matters. So it doesn't matter if they pull it from a crate. Doesn't matter if they bought it for if they bought it for $350 or if they bought it for $300. They've even got better arguing because they made it, or they bought it for cheap. Granted, if they pull it from a box, it's pure profit. So I don't like any of it. I don't like it. I think that's in-game items. While it's a cool idea, there's no way it can work that I can see. Holy hell. Unless literally everything is tied to in-game money, or to real money, like Second Life everything is tied to real money. That seems to work, but that brings in a whole other can of worms. That opens up a whole other can of worms. Well, we're still going to be talking about the loot box and gambling situation as the weeks goes on. By the way, this is week 5, everybody. This is the end of week 5, so we've got 5 more weeks before I am going on break. I don't know exactly when that is, but it's 4 weeks from now plus another week. Ha ha ha! Yay! Yeah. So I think it's the middle of November. It's like November. Oh bloody hell! I think it should be that week. Yeah, I think it's the 3rd week of November. So, yeah, I think I think that'll work out right too, because there's things I need to take care of then. Anyway, this end card's long enough. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my show. Social media social media links are lunks over there. Lunks, go clunk your lunks. Twitch, Facebook. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, of course, because you love me and I love you. Click over here to subscribe to my wonderful channel. Click over here to talk about the Peggy's response to the whole gambling and loot box situation, which is very different from the ESRB's. Thank you very much, everybody. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. Or not tomorrow. Monday. Bye. Go play some games.